Hello everyone, and welcome to this, my latest update on my Thomas and Friends ERTL toy collection. And as you can see, this is a rather special reveal here, as I have for you 7 ERTL Thomas and Friends toys, and these are the very original 1984 to 1989 Thomas and Friends toys in the original old packaging. As you can see, they're in various conditions, but these are very rare and very sought after, and these are not easy to obtain anymore, so just to have them is pretty special to me, as you know, I was a child of the 80s and 90s, and I grew up with these toys. I remember owning these as a kid, and so it brings back a lot of nostalgia to me, and I just think that this was a really good set from Thomas and Friends, the ERTL collection. So let's start here with the number 1 engine. Here is Thomas, the tank engine, and as you can see here, it's unpunched there, or unclipped, and it's still in its blister. And if you can see under here, there's a sad face sticker that you can use to stick on the front of Thomas's face if you wanted. So there's the model, and of course it's the paper face. And that's basically what all of these are. These are basically the paper face versions, as they are the more rare to find, and they are the originals. And this is a 1985 edition, so this is not the first edition, this is the 1985 edition. The 1984 original, Thomas had white side plates, but this is a second edition, and in really nice condition. This is probably the best condition of all the toys here. And there it has the collection of toys you could get. So there's Thomas, and next up we have Edward. Now I had all the engines from this set with paper faces, including Henry, Gordon, as well as James, Percy, Toby, Bertie and Thomas, but for some reason I never owned Edward with a paper face. So nearly 30 years on, I have finally obtained an Edward with a paper face in its original packaging. So this is this is like, in a weird way, this is like owning it for the first time, reliving my childhood in a sense. It says 1989 on the back. Edward must have been one of the last engines to go from a paper face to a plastic face, because 1989, I'm sure that they were starting to release them with plastic faces by then. And there is the underneath. I really love this old style of packaging. I just love the solid colour background with the original steam cloud and with the information there. So there's Edward, in very good condition as well. Now, this says on the front, James the Red Engine, but as you can see by the packaging, it should be James the Pink Engine, because it has slightly discoloured, as well as the white background there has discoloured. But to me, you know, there's a few scuffs and everything, but to me that does not matter, because this is an original 1984 version of James, as you can see here, and it's very, very rare to find James not just with a paper face, but with the white side plates there. And there's James looking very happy there. Doesn't really look the spitting image of James from the TV series, but it does look very much like the James from the Railway series books, which is always good. I really do like the paper face models. You know, if the paper face was just so not so fragile, you know, I actually preferred these as a kid in some ways. I think the plastic faces didn't really always look like the engines themselves. And as you can see, it's got like a dark blue and white titling there, which is different to the ERTL design that you can see there. So you can tell that this is a first edition, but really nice, and it is sealed. And there are slight differences between the original paper face models and the later plastic face models. There is very slight differences in the paintwork and the numbers and the design. So yeah, very interesting. I can do a compare and contrast video. If you leave a like or a comment below, I can always do a video like that. And next we have Percy. And this is interesting. This picture here is the one that was used when Percy had paper face. As soon as he had a plastic face, the picture changed to a slightly different one. So this is quite special to have this one. And there is Percy, number 6. We all know. And there's his paper face there. Really nice. Really good, very good condition. Not perfect, but you know, these are quite old. And in those days when these sort of toys were coming out, you know, no one really thought that these would ever become collector's items, really. Especially as these got reproduced so many times down the years. So to get these in any condition in its original packaging is quite good. So Percy the small engine, really nice, and like you can see, it's fully sealed and everything. So there's Percy. And next we have Toby the Tram engine with its original price tag. You can't even get take and play models for that price anymore. A little bit of scuffing to the cover, but nice vibrant yellows. It's still very good condition in the way it's been held and everything. It's all present and correct. It's all sealed. And there is Toby with his lovely little paper face. One of the better looking engines actually, with the paper face. And there he is on the front there. There's Toby. And there's the back. This is again original 1984. So there we have Toby. There we are, we'll put him down there. Just to show you again, there's Percy in case you didn't see it, 1984 as well, so it's the original. So there, yeah, there's Toby. And next we have Bertie the Bus. Another friend of Thomas the Tank Engine. Again, in relatively good condition. It's still fully sealed, and there's his paper face. Makes him look rather like he has a big chin. Doesn't quite look exactly like he does on the packaging, but there we go. It's great to have Bertie the Bus in this paper face packaging. And again, it's 1984 at the back, and the list of the engines you can get. So yeah, really nice to have these. And then lastly, this is not a paper face engine, it's Mavis. Mavis looked like this pretty much throughout the whole ERTL era. But what is interesting about this is the unpunched there. This is the first and only engine from Series 3 to be released in this style of packaging, and it was also the last engine to be released with this type of packaging before they reissued the packaging style. And as you can see, all the other engines that were available at the time are on the back. And this is original 1993, and an advert for the miniatures. So there's Mavis, really nice packaging, nice colour, and relatively good condition as well. So there we have it. The only ones left are Gordon and Henry. I have seen them in this style of packaging, but with plastic faces, and I really want to get them with their original paper face, so I'm not going to splash out on them until I find them in decent condition with paper faces. But that's only 2 engines left to go, so hopefully I will complete that collection. And don't forget, hope you enjoyed this video, and like, subscribe, share and comment, and I will see you folks on the next video. Thanks for watching, bye bye.